What is happening, YouTube family? Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, well, we're actually going to be changing the oil again in my 2011 Street Glide. And if you want to know why, let's roll to the intro and we'll talk about it. Get in a car like this and smile, there's something wrong with it. What is happening, YouTube family? Welcome back to the channel. Today's video, like I said, it's about another oil change. And it's not only about the oil change, because I'm not going to walk you through all those steps like I did 5 or 6 videos ago. Today we're actually going to be talking about these oils. And it's 800 miles in and I'm already changing the oil. So what does that tell you? Well, that tells me that this stuff right here, this Lucas 2050 oil, it's junk. Don't put it in your Harley at all. Don't put it in any twin cam at all. If you've got a modified heavy cam or just any kind of cam, that it makes it so pronounced, it makes it so much worse. I'm 800 miles in and I can't stand it anymore. If you like the sound of 15,000 different sewing machines running at the same time, well, run some Lucas through your motorcycle and I guarantee it, that's what it'll sound like, because it breaks down entirely too easy. So no, it's not working. Number one on my list so far is Castrol GTX 2050. Yes, that's what we pulled out of it the last time when I went to Lucas. And you guys are like, why? If you're saying that that's number one, then why are you? Because there has to be better out there, and I'm going to find it. As you all know, if you do any kind of work to these twin cams, whether it be intake systems or whether it be a cam, they get pronounced. The ticking gets worse, and it drives me insane. Now, will I totally get rid of this? No, I know I won't. But I believe there's an oil out there that will quieten it down while still lasting the full 3,000, 3,500 miles if I go over a little bit. Next on the list, Mobil One 2050. Now, good oil. But there again, when it gets warm, when it gets broke down, that ticking comes back, and there you go. I also added the Lucas oil stabilizer to that later on. I drained a little out, the big thick, the honey, it takes you days. Anyways, put that in there, put about half a quart of that in there, and yes, it worked. It worked for a while, but once that oil stabilizer breaks down, it's right back to the same situation again. So next on the list is Sin 3 by screamineagle, the Harley screamineagle oil. To me, Mobil One and Sin 3 are the same oil. I get the same mileage out of it. I get the same color out of it, and it's about the same time that it breaks down and starts ticking. So I don't know if they got the same formulas going on or what, but I mean, they're neck and neck. If I had to pick one over the other, I don't think I could. I mean, that's how close they are. Also with it, I added the oil stabilizer and nothing. It's there for a little bit, here today and gone tomorrow. Especially if you put miles on it, you're in and out, hot traffic. You guys understand. Next on the list, valvoline. I'm not saying nothing bad about valvoline. Valvoline is a good oil. I've run it off and on for years, and the same thing that I thought back then is what I think now. It's still a good oil, but it is high in detergent. And if you've got a sludgy motor, if everything is sludgy and you need it cleaned out, I would highly recommend using Valvoline, because it does have those detergent properties in it, and it gets foamy, and it's almost like using Dawn dishwashing liquid. It foams up and I think that's why I don't like it in my bike. It's not dirty. It doesn't need all of that. I'm doing it. I'm pulling the trigger. I've got to find out. We have all seen and heard about this oil. We've all heard it. We've been to bike weeks, Sturgis, Harley dealership. Everybody swears about it. I don't know, but I'm going to find out. Amsoil. We're going to run Amsoil in this beast, and we're going to see what happens. They claim that 15% cooler. at the bike shows, they leave the Amsoil motorcycle sitting there through the whole freaking event running with this in it. And I mean, it ain't, I gotta try it. So let's do a quick recap. What's my favorite top oils? Top oil being Castor Oil GTX. I can't call it between Sin 3, Screaming Eagle, and Mobile 1. To me, they're neck and neck. You can't tell any difference in them. Next would be Valvoline, and the next would be Lucas. Lucas, you're done. I won't run you in a lawnmower. That's how bad that's done with me. Like I said, the oil stabilizer, I give it a good, you know, it's good. I like it. I've used it off and on for years, but Lucas oil, no, never again. Next thing I want to show you guys. Today I decided to do something different, and reason being is, look, I use this filter in everything I own, so why not use it on my motorcycle? From Motor Trend, David Freiberger and Steve Dulcich, they've done reviews on it, and Vice Grip Garage runs them all the time. If they're saying that it's the best out there, I have to believe that it's the best out there, and that's Wicks, guys. Today I'm switching to Wicks. You can get this at your local O'Reilly's hardware store. You can get it in chrome or black. I got the chrome. No, chrome won't get you home, but you know, it will keep that oil clean, and that's what we're after. It's $25 for the oil filter, or you can get the black one. The black one was $15.99. So choice is up to you. Like I said, let's try this out. Let's see what happens, you know. I use it in everything else, so why not use it in my motorcycle? It's one of the best there is, in my opinion. Have I had any problems out of the Harley Davidson oil filters, anything? No. But these are the best, so why not use the best? If you're going to pay the best price for everything and a high price, get the best. So that's where we're at. And one last thing before I go, I'm going to change the oil. I'll put myself on the, you know, the super speed mode. But one last thing before I get off of here. I've been asked, do you run the same thing in all 3 holes? The answer is no. I used to. I used to run Sin 3, the Screaming Eagle, in all 3 holes. The reason I stopped doing that was because, 1, I was looking for that oil, that special oil, and 2, when I changed my clutch to Energy One. Energy One clutch, shout out to you guys, because they're a great clutch, stout, good deal. But Energy One clutch recommends that you use ATF. And one step further, they recommend that you use B&M trick shift. So I use B&M trick shift in my primary, and I still use the Sin 3 in my transmission. And like I said, we're going to switch to the Amsoil today. Now, is that an aggravation? Yes, it is. And you say, how do you know you've done all of this? Because I've got it documented. It's all documented right here. Every motorcycle, car, truck we own is all documented right here. And the reason being, that way you can keep track with stuff like this, so you know. It's got torque specs in here, not only for the motorcycle, but for the cars and trucks. It's got a little bit of everything. And then later on, if you decide to sell your vehicle or your bike, you've got it all right here. You've got all the documentation you need right here. So I highly recommend, if you aren't doing this, you need to. No, I did not forget the O-ring. I got it. Remember last time? Well, now it is definitely time to change it. So. $800 miles. Does that look like 800 miles to you? That looks to me almost like 8,000 miles. I will never run Lucas oil ever again. That is awful. So if this isn't proof that Lucas oil isn't any good, then I don't know what else to tell you guys. 800 miles. So there you go. We'll get out in the morning, or maybe next day or two, and we'll give it a little rundown and little shakedown, and I'll give you guys my thoughts. So there you go. Hope you've enjoyed it so far, and I'll see you guys in a couple of days. change complete. We are out and about today, just out cruising around. Had to change the wheel bearings too in the front. If you guys don't check them regularly, you probably need to. I noticed a little bit of a sound, so I took the wheel, rolled it a little bit, and realized, uh-oh, I've got some issues. So spent, I don't know, about 4 hours. I didn't record anything because there's plenty of videos out there on how to change wheel bearings and all that, so I didn't go through all that. But if you haven't checked your wheel bearings, you need to, especially if you're running the bigger wheel, like anything bigger than a 19. I believe you should check regularly, because same thing applies with cars and trucks. You put bigger wheels and tires on them, it wears down those wheel bearings a lot faster. So today we're out, like I said, just out and about. I'm checking that oil and just in a parking lot here doing my slow speed maneuvers. I come to this parking lot regularly. I think I've actually had you guys here before. They actually do motorcycle testing here where you get your license and stuff. This is not particularly where I went to, but they do endorse you here. This is where you get your license, right in the middle of downtown Richmond, pretty much. EKU's like right over there. I don't know if you can see it or not, but it's right over there. And anyways, hope you enjoyed that video. Hope it helped somebody out, because listen, lucasoil is garbage, and I hate to say that. I really hate to go there, but like I've built this channel on being honest, and I've told you guys from the beginning, I will be honest about everything, no matter what. I'm not sponsored by anybody. Some places you can give honest reviews, even if you are sponsored. And some places they, even though you are sponsored, they don't want, to reveal the nastiness. And I'm not sponsored by anybody, so I do put it out there. And Amsoil right now, so far so good. I've only got a couple 100 miles in, so I can't really tell you much. But as of right now, the ticking is not, it's still there. I'll let you know when we get a few more miles in, at least more than 800, I hope. Jeez. But anyways, guys, that's all I got for you. I'm gonna get out of here. It's a beautiful day. I'm gonna finish riding and do a little slow speed maneuvers, and I'm gonna get out of here. But hope you enjoyed. You know the deal, like always. Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend, tell a loved one, go across the street, tell your neighbor, tell anybody to come right here to Bal LSX Garage. Stop in and say, hey, I'd love to have you. But you know it, guys. Peace. I'm out.